Oh, what is this? Oh, here's how you can sort of avoid doing that much baby laundry. Babies are hard. Here are the 5 newborn hacks you wish you knew sooner. My name is Tina. I am a certified perinatal nurse and a certified breastfeeding, but guys, I'm a mom of 4. And these are the types of things that I wish I had known before I had my kids. These are the 5 newborn hacks that all new moms should know. We're going to go over a lot of things here, and we are going to start with how to minimize blowouts. Because I did a lot of laundry as a new mom to newborns. I did it 4 different times, and so here's how you can sort of avoid doing that much baby laundry. Let's take a diaper tour, get you more equipped on how to minimize these blowouts. First off, you want to make sure that your baby is in the right size of diaper, because a lot of diaper companies make a very large range of sizes. They'll usually go from like a preemie all the way up to a size 7, and if your baby is in a diaper that's too big or too small, that can lead to more poop getting on out of there. So really, when you put your diaper on your baby, you want to try to make sure that your tabs that you are wrapping around are falling in this target zone. That's what I like to call it. So you want to make sure that they are landing in here. If your diaper tabs are coming around your baby and they are crossing over that target zone, they are way over here, then this diaper is too small for your baby. On the other hand, if you are trying to squeeze your baby into a diaper that is too small, it might look something like this, where it's just barely holding on, kind of like when you try to squeeze into your pre-pregnancy jeans too soon. It's just hanging on. This diaper is likely too small for your baby and can also lead to blowouts. Next thing you want to do, you want to put the baby on your diaper. Next thing you want to do, you want to put the diaper on your baby properly. And that might sound like common sense, but if you've never had a baby, it's really not. First off, know your front from your back. This is going to help you with leaks and blowouts. Some of them, like this one, are pleasantly actually labeled back and then front, which is nice. If they are not labeled and it's 2 in the morning and you're like, oh my God, which one's front and the back? I'll tell you this. The back side of your diaper, it's going to have the longer tabs with the Velcro, because this is what's going to wrap around to the front. And the front, you'll see, does not have those long tabs or any Velcro. It's just where they attach to. So you're going to put this on your baby, back and front, and then these tabs are going to wrap from the back to the front. And so now we know we have it on at least front and back. The other way you could sort of mess this up and cause yourself a lot of mess is putting it on sort of inside out. So the inside versus the outside, the inside, it has kind of like this soft cotton mesh stuff. This is what's going to actually absorb all of the stuff that's coming out of your baby. And then this part actually sort of repels that liquid. So this is the outside of the diaper. And you can imagine if you put this on the wrong way, it's not going to absorb anything, and it's going to make a very large mess. So that's the second part, is making sure you put it on your baby, back to front, inside, outside, have all of that ironed out. The next thing you can do is take a look at your baby's bum. You see how these are very different? One side here has these cute little frills, and then this side does not. This is not for aesthetics. These little frills actually need to be fluffed out. So when you are finished your diaper change, you want to sort of reach in and make sure that they are fluffed out, because it's these little fluffies being on the outside like that that's going to minimize the poo from sort of running out. And my last tip for doing less newborn laundry is for my parents of boys. Now, I have 3 boys. I figured this one out the hard way, and I had to learn on my own because nobody else in my family has boys. So when you are finishing up your diaper change and you are about to seal everything up, make sure that you tuck their penis down. If you think about it, if their penis is up and you tuck it in like this, when they go pee, that pee is going to go in the direction of the penis. So it's going to come out this way, and then their onesie is going to be all wet right about here. So as you finish up your diaper change, you are going to sort of tuck it down and then wrap the diaper around the penis and then secure it so that that penis is pointing down and the pee is going to go where it's supposed to go. Your next newborn hack are the 5 S's to soothe a fussy baby. These are really quick little tips that you can go through once your baby's basic needs have been met. So you always want to check first, is your baby hungry? If they are, you should feed them. Is your baby wet? If they are wet or dirty, you need to change their diaper. And is my baby tired? If they are overtired, they're going to present really, really fussy. So you should do what you need to get them to go to sleep. If you have met all those needs, now we need to figure out other ways to really sort of chill that baby out. And they are the 5 S's. The first S on the list is going to be swaddle. So just give me a second while I accomplish the first S. Baby burrito. Okay, you can do like a classic swaddle with a blanket, do it yourself, or you can do a Velcro sleep sack if you are more comfortable with that. Whichever way you choose, basically you're trying to just give them a little bit of a gentle squeeze and minimize that startle reflex a little bit so that they have a chance to settle themselves. The next S on your list after swaddle is going to be stomach or side. And we're not talking about putting them to sleep on their stomach or their side. We're just talking about changing their position to put a bit of pressure on different parts of their body. So this could look like they are up over your shoulder because now their stomach is up against your chest. Or this could be like on your forearm where you're supporting their head. Whatever position seems to really work for your baby, where you're putting just a little bit of pressure on that front part because that can really help with gas as well. After that, your next S is going to be shushing. Now your shushing needs to be louder than your baby's cry, okay? There are kind of two different camps of shushing. If your baby is already settled and you want to try to keep them sleeping or settled, you can do low, slow shushes. But if you are doing these because your baby is wild and super loud and fussy, then your shushes are going to be loud, they're going to be higher pitched, and they are going to be quicker. Shh, 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 because we are trying to get them settled. Next up is swaying or swinging or shuffling. You're basically adding movement into the equation. Now we're not talking about shaking baby because shaken baby syndrome is very real and it is absolutely devastating. We are talking about adding in simple movement for baby because again, in the womb, they were not still. They were moving when you were moving. Now there's different movements that you can do to either keep baby settled or to settle a fussy baby. If your baby is mostly settled, you're going to focus on slow movements that are rhythmic, almost wave-like. But, you know, if your baby is off the rails and is super fussy, your movements are going to be a little bit more rapid, a little bit more firm, okay? Because you are trying to make them be like, oh, what is this? Oh, it feels really good, right? So you're gonna be doing quick movements like this, or even like little jiggles, that type of thing. And then the last S on the list is for suck to soothe. This could also be a soother. So I like this for non-nutritive sucking, but suck can also be at the breast because we know when babies are sucking, they do find comfort in that. Now, when you're going through this list, you're not gonna be doing them like one at a time. Like you're not gonna swaddle them and be like, did that work? No, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to put them on their stomach. Did that work? No, that didn't work. You're going to be doing it kind of all together. So for me, it would look like this. I would swaddle up my baby. I'd get them in a position that they seem mostly comfortable in. I would get the pacifier in their mouth, and then I would combine it all together. It would look kind of like this. Shh, 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 shh. Okay? The other thing that my babies loved, most of the babies that I handle in labor and delivery love this, I really haven't met a baby that doesn't love it, is up over the shoulder, and it's a bum pat. Shh, 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 shh. It's just that bum doesn't start with S, so it didn't really fit into my algorithm, but this is kind of what it mostly looked like for my kids. Shh, 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 shh. And it seemed to work every time. So the 5 S's, that's your next hack. Next hack has to do with if your baby has a blowout, how do you get them out of the outfit that they're wearing without smearing poo all over their face and head? And you know what? I used to think that these were just really cute little onesies, and they are. But see these little tabs right here? I really feel like they should write directly on the onesie package that these tabs are useful to get your baby out in case of a poocano. Actually, maybe they do write it on the package. Somebody needs to fact check that for me. But anyway, if your baby does have a blowout and there's like poo all here and here, what you're going to do is you're not going to go like this, and you're not going to unsnap them on the bottom, and you're not going to pull it up over your baby's head because we know that that is really not super pleasant. What you're going to do is you are going to take these little tabs, and you're going to simply pull them down, and then you are going to take the onesie down like this and then pull it off down at their feet. And this way the poo does not go anywhere. And this can just go in the laundry, or I mean, it can go in the garbage if it's like absolutely destroyed, but it just comes off just like that. And then you can clean them up and get them dressed without getting poo all over their face. So that's definitely one that should be written on the package. Next hack has to do with keeping your baby warm in the bath. And here's what I'm going to tell you. A lot of newborn babies do not like the bath when they are first born because they're little and they don't have a lot of fat and they get cold and it's bright. And it's just, if they scream through the bath, just know that that is usually anticipated, and you can just make the bath really quickly. That is totally fine. What you want to do though, to keep them a little bit warmer and hopefully a little bit happier, is you're going to put them into their bath seat, of course, having one hand on baby at all times. And then you can grab either a face cloth, like an adult size face cloth, because they're little, and so that'll cover a lot of their body, or you could just sort of wrap them up with like a muslin swaddle blanket like this right on in the bath, and then you can simply pour the warm water over this blanket while they are in the bath. And that is going to make it so that they are sort of constantly covered in a warm, heavy item, not too heavy and not too warm, but it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable in the bath as opposed to just being like super naked and exposed and the air is circulating and they get really cold. So if you want to try to keep them warm, that's what you can go with. And your last hack, it's almost like exposure therapy. It's sort of like exposing your baby to things that they're likely going to come in contact with later on that they may not love if that's the first time that you try to introduce it. These will be things like medication syringes or a hairbrush on their head or their nail clippers, because if you get them used to it and you expose them to it before you actually need it, then this should be easier when you really need them to accept those items. Really important on this list is something that I heard is exposing your baby to medication syringes, because for sure there's going to come a point in time in your baby's life where they are going to need medications. And for the first large chunk of their life, that medication is likely going to be in liquid form, which is delivered by a syringe, which can be difficult with a baby who's never had a syringe in their mouth. So the hack that I have for you is to actually put a little bit of breast milk in a medication syringe and just take it to their mouth every now and then and just squirt a little breast milk from the medication syringe in their mouth. This way, if your baby needs medicine later on down the line, they are already familiar with the sensation of that syringe in their mouth, and they're going to associate it with something positive. They're going to associate it with the breast milk that they are used to from you. So you can do this hack for absolutely everything. The thing that I stress about doing it with is that medication syringe. And as a reminder, any fever in a baby that is 3 months old or less needs to be assessed by a medical professional. So really, exposing baby to things that they're likely going to hate down the line, it's always a good idea to do it early when there's no pressure. It's that time. Tell me your best newborn hacks, the one that you could not have lived without, and then pop it in the comments so that other new parents can read through them and then add them into their toolbox. If you want a video about some weird things your newborn baby might do that you weren't expecting, go ahead and click on this one. If you like this, show it some love, consider subscribing, and as always, be happy, stay healthy, have fun. Bye.